The tale of two friends, the tale of two relationships on this Wednesday of Holy Week. This is the fourth day of Holy Week, Sunday, the triumphant entry, of course, and then we know then on Monday, Jesus goes into the temple and cleans it out. And then on Tuesday, Jesus then says the fig tree that was cursed earlier, they make reference to it. And today, is all about Jesus being in Bethany at Simon the leper's house. And two things pop off. Two things pop off. And that's what we're going to talk about, the tale of two friends. The tale of two friends. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning to you. It's Holy Week. It's Holy Week. And I hope this is blessing you. I hope this is blessing you. And as you already know, let me get this on the screen so you can see it. Already know that this is what we are dealing with, talking about this week, of course, and that is to limp with love. This is the last week. This is Holy Week. You can see how we're stepping through this week all the way to the cross, to the empty tomb on Sunday morning, Resurrection Sunday morning. And you can get all of this. You can see it on the screen how to get this almost to the end. So you can still get it. It'll always be a great reference to you. Just want to make sure of that. So, okay. All right. Let me greet a couple of people and then we're going to get right into this morning's word. Good morning. Verena. How are you on this morning? Good morning, Andrea. How are you? Hope you're feeling better on this morning. Anitra, how are you on this morning? Nafa, how are you? Shay, how are you on this morning? Anna, how are you on this morning? Jewel, how are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Just answer the question for me. Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Is this blessing you? Is it helping you? Are you getting anything out of this holy week? Are you walking and stepping right through with Christ on this week? Good morning, Sheratina. How are you? If you are, if it's blessing you, then put it in the chat area. Already know I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. That's what we're going to do. And this morning, today, we are dealing with what Jesus did on today. What Jesus did on today, what took place in his life on today. Good morning, Tony. How are you on this morning? Brother Nesbitt, Angela, how are you on this morning? Let's get right into it. I want to just deal with the tale of two friends, and you're going to understand what I'm talking about here. You're going to understand, you're going to grab a hold of this when I share it with you. It's going to be two texts this morning. That's Luke 22, 3 and 4, and Mark 14, 2 and 3. Luke 22, 3 and 4, and then Mark 14, 2 and 3. This is what took place on Wednesday, on Holy Week, the week that Jesus goes to the cross, crucified for our sins, and raised on Sunday morning. Here we go. Then Satan entered the heart of Judas. You already know. And Judas went to the high priest and discussed how he would betray Jesus. Satan entered the heart of Judas. That's one friend. And then he went to the high priest to discuss how we're going to do this. Therein lies the 30 pieces of silver. Mark 14 and 2. While in Bethany, because Jesus goes back to Bethany. Now, some scholars say nothing took place on this day, but we believe that these are the things that took place on 14, 2 and 3. While in Bethany, he was reclining on the table, at the table rather, at Simon the leper's house. Jesus said, okay, I'm going to go have dinner. Somebody's giving dinner in my honor. We're going to go there. And when he goes there, therein lies a woman that comes in and she has the alabaster bottle. She breaks it. You already know what takes place. The aroma fills the room. They get indignant. How dare she take a year worth of wages in perfume and wash his feet? You know what takes place. So on Wednesday, it's the tale of two friends. On one hand, you got somebody that's betraying you. On the other hand, you have someone who is absolutely bought into you. What do you do with that? What do you do? First thing you do is stand firm. Stand firm. Understand that. Understand that this is a part of life. Everybody's not going to be on your side, but everybody's not going to be against you either. Stand firm. The second thing is, when you're dealing with this kind of a dichotomy, this kind of polar opposites, see what God is doing. On one hand, here is Judas, who is now about to betray him. And on the other hand, here is this woman who's full of sin, who said, He's forgiven me. She breaks a year's worth of wages in a perfume bottle. That's how much it would cost. And so you have to see what God is doing. You have to see what God is doing. Here's the third thing. Then you got to see it through. You got to see it through. No, everybody's not going to be for you. And no, everybody's not going to be against you. You got to see it through. You got to see it through. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: life will bring you polar opposites. You must do as Joshua, not turn to the right, nor turn to the left, but continue to move straight ahead through the hot and colds of life. Notice a little long. Let me repeat it. Life will always bring you polar opposites. Trust God through the hot and cold of life. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Share the manna. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna about Holy Week. Bye now.